Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night, October 28th, and I thought I would provide a bit of an update at this end. I have a lot to talk about tonight, so let me get right to it. I will start by saying it is great to be without the headset. I'm still working on the mic quality, so if it's a little loud, we'll work on that, but I'm getting better, I think. And I would like to certainly start out by acknowledging at least the email, once again, from BT that I referenced in Tuesday's post, Story of the Starfish. I was greatly humbled when I read that. In fact, I read it twice. The first time I really didn't even know what to do with it or how to respond. And I had to read it a second time because there were some things in there that really struck me at the core and continue to strike me, and certainly the mail that has followed since then. I first of all want to say that, as I've stated from day one of this blog's inception, this blog is not about me. This is not about a guru trader, a be like Don, and everybody can make money site, okay? The idea has always been from day one to share what I believe is the fair and balanced approach to trading, acknowledging every part of this business, the successes, the beat-ups, the challenges, the burnout, everything. And I have tried to honor that from day one and will continue to try to honor that. And it was certainly nice in BT's case and also in the case of several other people who have emailed me since, who I've never heard from in the past. They're not students of mine. I've never really interacted with them other than they're reading the blog. And it was very, very heartfelt. And again, I'm human, so I thank everybody who has provided their support. And all I will say is let's continue to do what we can to strengthen each other, to support each other. And it is in that vein that I will move right along to the Trading After Dark effort and let you know where we stand on that. I have continued to tweak and retool and ponder and you name it, as one of my alerts is now going off in the middle of the night here. The concept, the screenshots, the editing, how can we make this work, and what I think I may do in terms of starting, just to get this thing off the ground. And this was actually a suggestion. It has been a suggestion that's been out there for a couple of years now, is that people have asked me if I would consider doing some sort of a trade of the day overview. And at first it was via suggested to be via text or something like that, going back to the days of 08 and 09 when I was doing the daily diary of my own trading. But now, certainly since we progressed to video and progressed to this ability to capture the screen, record it, and show it here, I'm really thinking seriously about perhaps next week starting with taking particular trade sequences over the course of the day, and kind of like what ESPN does with its sports center, play of the day, you can call it trade of the day, and the idea would be that they would not all be successful, but they would certainly be educational and pertinent from one perspective or another. So that coupled with the PJO concept that we've always had, prime jelly opportunity, and I'm going to get to that in a second as well, in terms of there only really being one or two solid trades a day, which is just making it all that much more important that we look at the business that way, we focus that way, and we structure the videos that way. So while I certainly want to continue to get to the weekly compilation of comprehensive results and getting some parts to that, I will say that takes a lot of editing, and I've already seen that in terms of some of the things I've tried to put together as a beta. So I think what we're going to start with is a trade of the day, maybe doing that every couple of days. We'll just see how that goes. I'd appreciate your feedback both before and when we do start running those. I think it'll be really great, and so that's the idea. Again, no cost to anybody. It's just going to be part of the blog. It's going to be accessible to everybody. So that's where that effort stands, and I've retooled the screen a little bit to make that work, and I think I'll be ready to go with this next week, and I'll keep you updated. And that sort of gets me at the whole idea of the necessity, especially in this market, to make sure that we plan for, are focused for, and we trade effectively those one or two sequences over the course of the day. And anybody that was in the Jelly networking room today knows that I really leaned on the team today. I was not pleased because I viewed what I sensed was a lack of focus. I sensed the fact that what should be very, very clear biases at the outset of each day, I think people were getting a little lax with, and I still see some people trading the whole day long, looking at every opportunity the same way. This has been a major theme, or was a major theme, of the last 2 Jelly sessions, because I saw this tendency of traders on a going forward basis, and I've seen it the last several days. I've also seen it where there's not a collective bias at times when I think there should be a screaming bias. It's nothing that these people don't know. It's just, you know, some helpful reminding in terms of what the market's doing. And so, you know, we certainly all need that sort of refreshing reinforcement, I guess. I even need it in my own trading, and we've had the benefit, even though that the Jelly teams were really, you know, it was only a 4-week effort, except for the beta group, which was 8 weeks. And we really had never planned on you know, necessarily seeing each other again after the formal training was over. Many of us have just stuck together, and so long as we stick together, it certainly gives me an opportunity to continue to try to steer these guys in ways where I think they might be, you know, getting off course, so they just might need a little bit of a tune-up. And I was pretty harsh today. I admit it. I've said this before. I think this is the second time over the past several months that I've really leaned on the group, and you know, they may not appreciate it, but I hope they do, because it's the intent which is important. So, you know, for everybody that's listening here, for everybody in the Jelly Tank, for everybody who might be starting to look forward to these trade of the day videos, that's the important part of this business. We're in a market right now where there are 1 or 2 opportunities a day, and you've got to plan for them, be focused for them, and execute them magnificently, or your day's shot. And I don't want people's days to be shot, so it is just extremely important that we focus at the right times. And so again, the intent and the spirit of the upcoming videos. I also want to talk a little bit about the market rhythm right now. If any of you are trading the futures markets, and most of you are, you're probably noticing many more head fakes before the ultimate move occurs. You know, we've seen in the past certainly rhythms where there's been 2 head fakes in the move, 3 head fakes in the move, which is really, you know, a lot of what we've seen over the past couple of years. But right now what we're seeing really is almost 3 head fakes before the move. And we're getting to a point where the market's at a point in time where, you know, there's a lot of wide bar action going. You've got low ADXs on your hourly and above. You've got a market which is longer term topping. And we've seen this action before, and what appears to be a good wholesale opportunity is usually still a good wholesale opportunity, but you've just got to plan it appropriately, and you've got to have conviction to hang in there before the move occurs. Now, certainly we've got triggers that we look for to keep us out of trouble, and can allow us to add to positions when we get that. But there's a lot of head faking going on. There always has been in the futures market. The rhythm ebbs and flows. My only point right now is you're seeing maybe one more thrust in the opposite direction, one last shake. In some cases, it's a 4th push, which is fairly unusual, actually, but that's what we've got today, so I just wanted to point that out. And that's really what I've got tonight. Not sure I've got anything else to think about. I certainly am continuing to look at ways to improve the trading environment for everybody. And that's really all I'll say about that right now. I'm really hoping that these videos will help. I'm always looking for ways to keep myself energized and focused and motivated to do this, and that's why I do a lot of this. That's why I do the blog. That's why I did the Jelly effort. That's why I'm doing the Trading After Dark videos. And again, seeing the Jellies in the networking room, and just seeing some tendencies, some bad habits that we all develop, including myself as traders at times. There are ways, I think, that we can collectively steer each other the right way, and I'm going to continue to look for ways to do that. And I think we've got some really exciting things in store here in the spirit of continuing to strengthen ourselves as traders. So that's what I have tonight on a Thursday night. And stay tuned, and we will see you over the weekend via post. Take care.